RuneScape is a huge game with a ridiculous number of things to do and goals to aim for. This is great, but it can be super daunting for somebody at the start of their journey on their Ironman account. This will be one of a multi-part series where I'll be taking you through the different mid-level goals you can go through in your Ironman journey. We'll be looking at some of the goals and achievements that can make the biggest difference to your account. I have classified the goals into different types. The first few videos of the series will start by looking at quests that you can aim for. At the time of making this video, there are a total of 233 quests. While the general advice for an Ironman is to just go for a quest cape, it can be daunting to pick which quests to start with. Through the first few videos, you should have a rough idea on which quest gives the most outstanding rewards. Afterwards, we'll explore both skills and item milestones for your unlocks as well. Without further ado, let's start by talking about quests. It is a bit much to do all the useful quest achievements in one video, so I've split the quests into 4 different videos. The 4 videos will focus on one of each of the following reward type classification. 1. Major unlocks, 2. Area unlocks, 3. Account unlocks, and 4. Gear unlocks. Some of the sections will have overlapping quests due to some quests giving multiple rewards, but I will make notes about that as we go. This video will be looking at major unlocks. Major unlocks are big quests with big rewards, and with those big rewards comes big requirements. These are milestone quests that all Ironmans should strive to complete. Due to the high requirements needed, they will not be your first goal to aim for. Instead, they will form an overarching goal for you to slowly move towards as you level up your Ironman account. There will be 3 quests in this section. Number 1. World Wakes. World Wakes is a Grandmaster quest in the God Quest series. Aside from the ridiculous number of free experience you get from completing the quest, you get access to 5 new ultimate abilities: Balanced Strike, Death Swiftness, Sunshine, Natural Instinct, and Guthix Blessing. Out of those 5, Death Swiftness and Sunshine is absolutely essential for any combat circumstances, whether you are slaying or bossing. You can use these 2 abilities at 85 ranged and magic respectively. I highly recommend you do this quest as soon as you have requirements to access these 2 abilities. It will absolutely change your DPS rotation. Speaking of requirements, this quest has very peculiar requirements. The quest has many quests listed in its requirements section, but they are all recommended quests. They are not hard requirements. They are really recommendations to help you better understand the storyline. The only thing you need is high enough combat to be the boss in the quest. The quest itself recommends a combat level of 100 plus in order to do so. It should also be noted that the quest gives a few 100,000 of experience in lamps. These lamps do have level requirements to use, but you can destroy and claim them back once you meet the level requirements. Very useful, as you'll probably want to use the experience on skills like Herblore where you can. Number 2. River of Blood. River of Blood is the final quest in the Muriku quest series and is my personal recommendation for the first big goal on an Ironman account. The rewards and unlocks from River of Blood is a huge upgrade through the mid game. The rewards are useful from the moment you complete the quest all the way to the end game and can be helpful for those aiming at 200 mil experience in certain skills. This is different from many other important quest unlocks where you can complete a quest in the mid game, but you are not fully able to use the rewards until much later in the game. Examples of this is unlocking Thriftiness, where majority of the training method in the Elf City requires 80 to 90 plus skills, or unlocking Ancient Prayer, where you can't use the good prayers until 92 plus prayer. Like World Wakes, River of Blood gives some really nice experience rewards. You have potentially 300k worth of Herblore experience just from this one quest. However, what makes this quest really great is getting Sunspear. This is the true Sunspear with switchable mode, not the crappy one-handed melee Sunspear you get from the previous quest in the series, Lord of Vampirium. This Sunspear is a tier 78 weapon and can switch between all 3 styles. This single weapon can be the solution to your weapon upgrade issue for a long time. Not only is the Sunspear a high tier weapon and valid for all 3 styles, it is also augmentable, which is great as you can install perks to increase your DPS and for general invention training. What makes it even better for invention training is that if you destroy the weapon via disassembling, you can claim it back for 600k GP. This makes the Sun Spear one of the best ways to level up your invention as well. 600k might seem like a lot of money when you unlock this weapon, but GP will rarely become a bottleneck as you progress into the late game. It is better to spend the 600k than spend hours trying to get a new weapon. In terms of invention experience gain, it is better than high tier weapons since weapons past Sun Spear are quite difficult to obtain, so it will be siphoning rather than disassembling for invention experience, and siphoning will end up being slower experience than disassembling. Finally, with this upgraded Sun Spear, it is now viable for you to farm Vile Watchers. Unlocking Vile Watch is like cheat mode for Ironman. Killing Vile Watch with your Sun Spear will grant you combat, prayer, and fire making experience. Vile Watchers also drop a lot of herb lore supplies and alcohols for cash. Farming Vile Watchers with Sun Spear is an optimal way to level up your prayer all the way to 99. Plus, you get a boost in experience if you complete the Mauritania task set. All of this is why I highly recommend Sun Spear as the first big goal for all Ironman. In one quest, you have sorted your weapon for majority of combat situations, and you have the means to level up prayer and herb lore, two of the most difficult skills to train an Ironman. Number 3. Plague's End. Number 3 and the last quest for major unlocks is Plague's End. Plague's End unlocks the Elf City Prifdness. I did mention in the previous section that I think Prif is a bit of a mid-level trap. Unlocking Prif requires level 75 in most skills, however a lot of the good skilling training methods in Prif requires 90 plus in their respective skills. As a result, you won't receive a lot of benefits of having access to Prif until much later in the game. Saying that though, I still think it is worthwhile goal to aim for. You will need to unlock it at some point, and just because you can't do the majority of the content in the city now, doesn't mean you won't receive any benefit from gaining access to the city. I should add a note that I definitely recommend you do River of Blood first before Plague's End. I won't go through in detail the full list of things that are good in Prif as that will take much too long. I will just list a selection of benefits to Prif. Prif Lodestone is one of the closest lodestone to your bank. Prif gives very easy agility training method, it gives an AFK crafting method, it has a high level Slayer Master, it has AFK theme methods with decent resources for Ironman, it has extra farm patches, it unlocks combination potions, and it gives you access to AFK prayer training. Once you unlock Prif, you should work towards getting an Attuned Crystal Teleport Seed as soon as possible. Attuned Crystal Teleport Seed will provide you unlimited teleport to each section of Prif. Not only will it make it easy to move around the area, it will also give you infinite teleports to banks. You will need 75 crafting and 80 smithing to get an Attuned Crystal Teleport Seed. If you do not have the requirements to get a seed, I suggest instead getting a stockpile of normal Crystal Teleport Seeds which only holds 4 charges each. This brings us to the end of the first part of the mid-level Ironman Gold series where we talked about major unlocks. We will explore other quests that gives other valuable account unlocks in the next few videos. If this has been helpful, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.